Shalom, it's David Benkof, the Broadway Maven. Here's a secret. The best musical theater in the country is sometimes found on high school stages. This video introduces the Mavey Awards for high school musicals. I'm astounded at how good these productions are. Which one shocks you the most by its standout professional quality? Answer in the comments and I'll respond. The third place Mavey goes to Summit High School, also in New Jersey, for The Producers. It is incredibly gutsy for a school to put on a show rife with Nazism, lust, homosexuality, and more. The number of boys in this school willing to play gay stereotypes in a way that laughs with gays and not at them, words cannot.
Oh guys, come say hello to Bialystok and Bloom. This is my set designer, Brian.
Keep it mad, keep it glad, keep it gay.
And this is my costume designer, Kevin.
Hello! Keep it happy, keep it snappy, keep it gay. We're clever, creative, it's our job to see that everything's perfect for Mr. Debris.
Next, Scott, my choreographer. And last, and certainly least, my lighting designer, Shirley Markowitz.
Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
They've all just read Springtime. What do you think of it, fellas?
It needs sequence. It needs glamour.
It needs clits. It needs tits.
I don't think we're getting to him, man. Leo, go say something nice to Roger. I think he likes you.
Oh, but Max,
Go on. It's just showbiz.
Mr. Debris, Roger, actually, I think your gown is quite stunning.
Why, thank you, Mr. Bloom. Leo. Oh. What is that cologne you're wearing, Mr. Bloom?
Me? I'm not wearing any cologne.
You mean to tell me that that smell is you?
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, he's having a stroke.
What?
A genius.
Beautiful girls, dressed as stormtroopers, each one a gem, with leather boots and whips on their hips. It's risque, dare I say, S&M. I see German soldiers dancing through France, played by chorus voices, very tight bands. Then wait, there's more. They win the war!
The second place Mavey goes to Hopewell Valley Central High School in New Jersey for A Chorus Line. Copyright restrictions make it impossible for me to present any of the great singing in the show, but enjoy this soundless dance by Mike, and then, at the end of the video, I'll play something really very special. The 1970s gay teenager character Paul gives one of the hardest monologues in the musical theater canon. You'll see a cast member of a high school musical embody Paul to devastating effect. And finally, the first place Mavey goes to Stratford High School in Texas for West Side Story. Everything in this musical, from singing to lighting to casting to acting to choreography, is pitch perfect. I'll show a little bit and you'll understand what I mean. And remember, after this you'll get the treat of the Hopewell Valley Central High School's Paul from A Chorus Line.
Maria! Shh! Maria,
Quiet.
come down.
No.
Oh, Maria.
Please, if Bernardo knew.
He's at the dance. Come down.
He will soon bring Anita home.
Just for a minute.
A minute is not enough.
Well, for an hour then.
I can know.
Oh, forever. And I'm coming up.
Maria! Momentito, Mama.
Maria.
Radito. It is dangerous.
I'm not one of them.
You are. But to me you are not. Just as I am one of them.
And to me, you are all the...
Si. Ya vengo, Papa.
Maruka?
His pet name for me.
I like him. He will like me.
No. He's like Nardo. Afraid. Imagine being afraid of you.
You see?
I see you.
See only me.
Only you, you're the only thing I'll see forever. In my eyes, in my words, and in everything I do. Nothing else but you, ever.
And there's nothing for me but Maria. Every sight that I see is Maria.
Tommy,
It's you, every thought I'll ever know. It all began tonight. I saw you, and the world went away.
I cannot stay. Go quickly.
I'm not afraid.
They are strict with me. Please.
Good night.
Buenas noches.
I love you.
Yes, yes, hurry. When will I see you again? No.
Tomorrow,
I work at the bridal shop. Come there.
at sundown.
Yes. Good night.
Buenas noches.
To them, we're cruddy juvenile delinquents. So that's what we give them.
Hey, yo!
The Officer Krupke?
Now give me one good breathing for not dragging you down to the station house, you punk!
Dear kindly Sergeant Krupke, you gotta understand, it's just our bringing upkeep that gets us out of hand. Our mothers all are junkies, our fathers all are drunks. Golly Moses, naturally we're punks. Gee, Officer Krupke, we're very upset. We never had the love that every child ought to get. We had no delinquents, we're misunderstood. Deep down inside us there is good. There is good, there is good, there is good, there is untapped good. Like inside, the worst of us is good.
Sucker, touch your good story.
Oh, well, let me tell it to the world.
Tell it to the judge.
The judge? No, I'm on trial. Blah, 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 blah. Dear kindly Judge, Your Honor, my parents treat me rough with all their marijuana. They won't give me a puff. They didn't want to have me, but somehow I was had. Leap-on lizards, that's why I'm so bad.
Right, Officer Krupke, you're really a square. This boy don't need a judge, he needs an analyst care. It's just his neurosis that ought to be coy. He's psychologically disturbed.
I'm disturbed, we're disturbed, we're disturbed, we're the most disturbed. Like we're psychologically
Order! In the opinion of the court, this child is depraved on account he ain't had a normal home.
Hey! I'm depraved on account I'm deprived!
So take him to a head shrinker.
Shrinker? But I don't want my head shrunk! Ow! My daddy is a bastard. My ma's an SOB. My grandpa's always plastered. My grandma pushes tea. My sister wears a mustache. My brother wears a dress. Goodness gracious, that's why I'm a mess.
Yes, Officer Krupke, you are really a slob. This boy don't need a doctor, just a good honest doc. Society's played him a terrible trick. Then sociologically he is sick.
I am sick.
We are sick, we are sick, we are sick, sick, sick.
Like we're sociologically sick.
In my opinion, this child don't need to have his head shrunk at all. Juvenile delinquency is purely a social disease.
Hey! I got a social disease.
So say you're a social worker.
Oh, social worker? I don't even know what that is. Ow! Dear kindly social worker, they say go earn a buck, like be a soda jerker, which means like be a schmuck. It's not I'm antisocial, I'm only anti-work. Worry, asleep, that's why I'm a jerk.
Officer Krupke, you done it again. This boy need a job, he needs a year in the pen. It ain't just a question of misunderstood. Deep down
we're no good. We're no good, we're no good, we're no earthly good. And the best of us is no good. Hello, sir, that's me. The trouble is he's crazy. The trouble is he drinks.
The trouble is he's lazy.
The trouble is he stinks. The trouble is he's growing.
The trouble is he's grown.
Krupke, we got troubles of our own. Gee, Officer Krupke, we're down on our knees. 'Cause no one wants a fella with a social disease. Gee, Officer Krupke, what are we to do? Gee, Officer Krupke, Krup you!
Can your high school win a Mavey? I'll keep scouring YouTube to find the best. Here's Paul from a chorus line.
What made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about theater? Now they have Channel 47, but then they didn't have anything. But my father loved movies, and he'd take us all the time. He worked nights, and he'd come home, and he'd take us to 42nd Street. We'd come out of one movie and then go to another and another movie. I don't know why, but I loved musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street?
Yeah, it was a trip.
Go on.
I'd have to move down front because I couldn't see. I wear contact lenses now. I'd move down front and these strange men would come sit beside me and play with me. I never told anyone because, well, I guess it didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter?
Why? Well,
Look, Paul, if this is too rough for you, I have your picture and resume.
No. It's okay. All right. From seeing all those movie musicals, I used to dance around on the street, and I'd get caught all the time. God, it was embarrassing. I was always being Sid Charisse. Always, which I don't really understand because I always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. Once my cousin said to me, "You'll never be an actor." And I knew she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew I was gay, but that didn't bother me. What bothered me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "You're 14 years old, and you're a faggot. What are you gonna do with your life?" Well, by that time I was in Cardinal Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no protection anymore. No homeroom could be charming and funny if the tough guys. So they'd fight my battles for me, like when I went to small schools. I liked school, but my grades got so bad. Even if I knew to answer the questions, I wouldn't raise my hand because I'd be afraid they would laugh at me. They'd even whistle at me in the halls. It was awful. Just awful. Finally, I went down to the principal's office and said, "I'm a homosexual." Well, it was a Catholic high school, and at the age of 15, you just didn't say that. He said, "Would you like to see a psychologist?" And I did. And he said, "I think you're very well adjusted for your age, and I think you should quit school." So I did, but I didn't really want to. I mean, I just couldn't take it anymore. See, when I quit school, what I was doing was trying to find out who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men. And since then, I found out that I am one. I was looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyway, I started hanging around 72nd Street, meeting all these really strange people. Just trying to make friends that are like me, so I'd understand what it was that I was. Somebody told me they're looking for male dancers for the Jewel Box Review. You know, the drag show. So I go down to audition. Now from all those years of pretending I was Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. I mean, I could turn anything my first audition. And they said to me, "You're too short to be a boy. Would you like to be a pony?" And I said, "What's that?" And they said, "A girl." What do I have to do? Show us your legs. But I have hair on my legs. That's okay, come on upstairs. So I went and they hiked up my dungarees and put on a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. It was incredible. And then they brought me back downstairs and they said, "Oh, you have wonderful legs." I said, "Really?" Terrific. It's so strange thinking about all this. It was a whole lifetime ago. I was just past 16. Anyway, then there's this thing of me trying to hide it from my parents. That was something. Because I had to buy all this stuff, like shoes to rehearse in, earrings, makeup. And I would hide it all, and my mother would find it. I told her there was this girl in the show, and she didn't want her mother to know what she was doing, so I was holding this stuff for her. She believed me. Well, I was finally in show business. It was the asshole of show business, but it was a job, nothing to brag about. I had friends. But after a while, it was so demeaning. Nobody at the Jewel Box had any dignity, and most of them were ashamed of themselves and considered themselves freaks. I don't know, I think it was the lack of dignity that got to me. So I left. Oh, I muddled around for a while. I worked as an office boy, a waiter. But without an education, you can't get a good job. So when the Jewel Box called and asked if I'd come back, I went. We were at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street, doing 4 shows a day of a movie. It was really tacky. The show was going to go to Chicago. My parents wanted to say goodbye, and they're going to bring my luggage to the theater after the show. Well, we were doing this Oriental number, and I looked like Anime Wong. I had these 2 great big chrysanthemums on either side of my head, and a huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. I was going down the stairs and going on for the finale. And who should I see standing by the stage door? My parents. They got there too early. I freaked. I didn't know what to do. I thought to myself, I know I'll walk quickly past them like all the others, and they'll never recognize me. So I took a deep breath and started down the stairs. And just as I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." Well, I died. But what could I do? I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. After the show, I went back to my dressing room, and after I'd finished dressing and taking my makeup off, I went back downstairs, and there they were, standing in the middle of all these... And all they said to me was, "Please write. Make sure you eat. And take care of yourself." And just before my parents left, my father turned to the producer and he said, "Take care of my son." Well, that was the first time he ever called me that.
Zach, are you ready for them yet?